Hey y'all, how you doing? Mike Eastcoast, East Coast metal detecting. We're at one of our favorite spots again. We're out here on the beach. We usually do pretty good here. This is one we used to get the pennies off of and silver. We got some 3-cent pieces and some other stuff. But we're here today. We're going to give it a go. We're going to see if we can't do something. Show you what we do. This is usually where sometimes we can spot check coins when it's real windy. After a day that's real windy, a lot of times the coins are sitting right on top of the beach. But anyway, in a little bit we'll show you what we find and what's going on and what our detectors are doing. But I got my XLT, my Whites machine, my sand scoop and all that stuff. But here we go. Like I said, it's Mike Eastcoast. How y'all doing? Talk to you soon. See ya. Hey y'all, I'm back. Got a hit, right? It's kind of a messed up hit. Sounds good. And hold on a minute. Let me tell you what it's reading. There's what it's reading. Kind of a +3, right? Let me show you. Let me show you something different with your XLT that you might not know about. If you see that hit right there. Let me see if I can get it for you since it's sunny out. Okay, if you can see what I see right there, right? It's about 18, 19, which is probably a nickel. But you see those numbers in that corner? I'll show you how to set those up. See that 14, 17? That's roughly about a nickel, but it gives you two different pluses to look at. So what I'm going to do is dig. Let's see what we got. Oh, there it is. Hold on. There it is, right there. See it? Oh, it's crusted. Let's see what we got. Oh, Indian head penny or buffalo head nickel. It's a buffalo head nickel. Nice buffalo head nickel. I guess this is a chunk. Look at the chunk it was sitting on. It came off of this piece. It looks almost like two nickel, two pieces. But that's probably why I was getting a high reading of a little bit of iron. But when I pull that trigger, it would read all metal mode in that corner of those little numbers coming up. And that made me dig it as a nickel. It kind of blocked out the iron a little bit. So when you see a bad hit, sometimes if you use like I said, when you set that up with those little corner numbers, it'll go into all metal mode, and then you can read exactly what it is in the ground, in that corner. If it's a way minus, then it's probably junk. But like I said, that nickel was setting right in here and on this big piece of iron. But that any other way, I would have never dug it. But that's how you find some of your good stuff, that stuff cakes up on it. But as you can see, that's the neat part right there. Find the buffalo head nickel, and then, some of the spots that, people have overturned or overlooked. And that's what you find, the good stuff sitting there that's been crusted over. Usually, if you find, the people say their coin is like cookied up, or, it's, encrusted or whatever, and looks like a hot rock out on the beach, or just a stone. This is what you would see. This was what I would have seen, on the beach, would just be that clump of dark rust. And then when I flip it over, that's where the nickel sat, right here on that piece right there, and that's what it was encrusted in. And when it fell off, that's what I got right there, is that nickel that broke off of there when I dug it. But that's what it would have been, that's all you would have seen on the ground was this. So your machine, really, if you watch your machine, you really, really have to look at what the machine's doing. But that's one way to find the good stuff that people look over, because their machines, when they're looking for them with the machine, they'll overlook it and go too fast. So you got to really take your time, go slow, and that's when you find your older coins that are all, I call it cookied up, or, it's just like sand and rust and something that it was leaning against, and it just corroded the coin. But there's the buffalo head nickel in amongst of that junk stuck to it. And this is what it would look like. you know, I can't, you know, there's a piece of the rust. It's a big chunk on there, but it sat on the coin just like this. That's the way it sat, and that's the way it would have looked. And then when it comes off of there, it looks like you got two coins, but you really don't. It imprinted itself in that rust. Alright, let's go back to metal detecting. Guys, just learned something new, I guess. Talk to you soon. See ya.